Hey, my name is John Etheridge, and I'm a junior at Auburn University. My major is business management, and I plan a minor in entrepreneurship. I'm currently an intern in the Auburn Abroad office, and I recently studied in Dublin, Ireland. Today, I'm going to be demonstrating a mock interview and how you should apply your international experience or study abroad to an interview.
Hi, my name's Isaiah, and I'll be interviewing you today.
Hey, I'm John. Nice
Yeah,
to meet you.
that was interesting. Okay. I see on your resume where you have some international experience. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I went to Dublin, Ireland this summer.
Mhm.
It was awesome.
Yeah?
Just a really cool trip. We had a lot of fun, went to a lot of different concerts. So, yeah.
Could you tell me about a time when you had to use time management or problem-solving skills?
Yeah, this one time I was commuting to work and my bus didn't show up, so it kind of stunk. I had to go. I just went back to bed and missed work that day. So
Interesting.
a few don'ts for job interviews are avoid telling negative stories, don't ramble on over irrelevant experiences, and don't overstate your adjustment problems. A couple of do's for job interviews are tell positive stories, mention skills that you gained while abroad, and talk about obstacles that you overcame while abroad as well.
Okay, so we're going to begin with the interview now. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Could you tell me about a time when you had to adapt to your environment?
Yes, so when I worked for the healthcare agency Locum Link in Ireland, our job was to find replacement doctors for hospitals all over Ireland and the UK. And so basically, I was in touch with doctors that from all over the world that were looking for work. And a lot of the time, we couldn't really understand each other. So I had to be really patient and friendly when I was working with them, and that way we could communicate with each other and figure it out. So I really had to kind of adapt to the environment because I wasn't ready at first, but really after a few weeks, I got used to it and it ended up being really good.
Good, that sounds great.
A few good qualities to mention in interviews that you gained while abroad are self sufficiency, time management, flexibility, open mindedness, and global perspective.
Okay, how would you build trust between yourself and a peer abroad given cultural and language differences?
So, the first thing is being patient because when I went abroad, at first it was a little bit overwhelming, but I was patient and because it was different for them too because I come from a different culture. And I would say being open minded to their culture and not overemphasizing my culture. That way we get along good at first. I think that's the best way.
Okay, good.
The STAR method is a great way to prepare for a job interview by identifying a situation that you were put in, explaining the task that you completed, and describing the specific actions that you took to complete this task, and then the result of your actions.
Could you tell me about a time when you had to use time management or problem solving skills?
Yes, so every morning when I commuted to work, it was an hour commute, and I took the public transportation. So one morning, the bus didn't show up, and at first I panicked because I didn't know which other bus would get me to the location that I was headed to. So I got on my phone. I had to sprint to another bus, got on that bus, and then had to get a few more connecting ones. And I finally made it to work, barely on time, but it kind of tested my skills because at first I panicked and just figured I wasn't going to make it to work. But after figuring out a few different stops, I figured it out.
Good. I really like the answers that you gave for those.
Only 10% of college students in the United States study abroad, so it is important to include your study abroad experience in job interviews. It is also important to update your resume, cover letter, LinkedIn profile, and e-portfolio.